What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rabbit and Red Whiskey Reviews. I'm Eric. Springbank, 12-year-old cask strength. It's going to be the whiskey we are reviewing today. So I will give you a nose, taste, finish review as usual, chat a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts and a score, leave you with a malt musing. First, a couple words on Springbank and their 12-year-old cask strength. So Springbank Distillery is one of the 3 distilleries still operating in Campbelltown region of Scotland. They are well known for kind of doing things the old school way. Everything is done on site as far as their maltings are concerned. They never chill filter their whiskey, which means they don't put it through extra filtration to take out some of the heavier proteins, which I think add to the mouthfeel and flavor. They never add any artificial coloring to their whiskey. So you always know you're getting a completely natural product with Springbank the way it was intended. So I'm a big fan of what they do, and especially their 12-year-old cask strength. So let's take a quick look at this. This is an annual release from Springbank. They do a different batch every year. And while they do not actually put batch numbers on this, I know this is batch 15 based on a little research online. The way you can tell actually which batch it is on the bottle. They actually print the year, the date this was bottled. So this is from 2017. This particular one is bottled at 56.5%, non-chill filtered, natural color, all good stuff. All right, let's hop into it. Get some of this in the glass here. So here's what they have to say. Not a whole lot as far as, flowery branding language. Springbank single malt whiskey is free of artificial coloring. Also, it is not chill filtered. This will cause slight natural haze to form when it is cold, but this will disappear when the temperature returns to normal. There you go. Let's see, much else on there? Nothing on here. So they're all about business. Not going to try and impress us with a bunch of language telling us what the whiskey tastes like or anything like that. So here we go. There's your natural color of the Springbank 12 cask strength. I'm a huge fan of cask strength whiskeys, as you all know if you've checked out any of my videos in the past, mostly because I think in general, higher alcohol tends to have a higher flavor, a more concentrated flavor. And you can control kind of how much of that flavor profile hits you at once by adding water instead. So instead of having distillers bottle it at the minimum 40% or 43%, buying a cask strength, I think you get more value and you can kind of control and make the whiskey how you want it by adding water yourself. All right, let's dive into this. Hopping in on the nose. Wow, yeah. So this bourbon, this single malt is actually bottled at, it's 70% ex bourbon casks and 30% ex sherry casks. Now that's not the case with all Springbank 12-year-old cask strength. Some of them, I think they do a 60-40 split, but this one's a bit more on the bourbon side. Anyway, so on that nose, right away is fruit notes. So you're getting really rich, fresh fruits, apple, strawberry, a little bit of citrus. Wow. But as you nose it a little bit more, the bourbon cask influence starts to come through. So now a bit like caramel, salted caramel, toffee kind of thing going on. Even a little bit of vanilla. There's also a little bit of a vegetal kind of earthiness going on with this. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that what I'm also picking up here is that kind of signature mustiness that you get on Springbanks. It's almost like the smell you get of an old dunnage warehouse is the way most people put it. But it's as if you walked in and you were doing a distillery tour and you walked into the warehouse where all the barrels were aging. It's just got this kind of musty smell. It's in a good way. This is real enticing, to say the least. All right, let's give this a taste, Slancha. Really, really intense, which was what you would expect from a cask strength. Right away, it's a salty, sweet, kind of a red fruit thing, but then honey, vanilla raisin, a little bit of cocoa chocolate kind of take over. It's still in the development though. Then it's almost you get another wave after that. As it really, develops, you get into cinnamon, clove, spiciness. There's also a little bit of a lime citrus, lime saltiness as it goes into the finish. This is a really unique and just quite frankly amazing whiskey. Finish is really long, syrupy fruit, spicy. I'm thinking like a red berry jam, but maybe like with jalapeno. The pepper hangs around, still a little bit of saltiness. Then it's caramel, and it kind of finishes off with a little bit of a cool kind of mintiness. Really good stuff. Let's put a little bit of water on this. 56.5%. So this is going to take water pretty well. Put a few drops on here. Wow. The nose totally changes with the additional water. Leather. Oaky. The fruit almost disappears, or goes way into the background at least. Still getting that vanilla. But yeah, wow, it really brings out this kind of tobacco leathery note. Wow, really impressive. All right. Still salty. A bit of that fruitiness hangs on when you, with the additional water on the taste, but really this is bringing out those bourbon cask notes a lot more with the additional water. Caramel, vanilla, toffee, cinnamon. But there's just so much going on. There's that lime saltiness is kind of still there in the background, almost like a lemon lime tanginess. Finish, coffee, a little bit of fruitiness still. There's this interesting kind of like right at the end, there's this like slight copper metallic-y note. I'm not sure what to say about it, but it's not anything that's off-putting, as weird as that may sound. This is one of those types of whiskeys where every time you go in, you're gonna probably find something different. And this is only a 12-year-old. So getting this kind of complexity, I mean, this just speaks to the quality of the process that Springbank has traditionally followed making their whiskey. There's just nothing quite like this. It's very singular. All right. Great stuff. Value on this is going to run you about $100 in the US. Not exclusive, not always the easiest thing to find. Most of the time you're going to run into the Springbank 10, sometimes the 15. But the 12 cask strength is not exclusive by any means. So you can definitely find it if you hunt a little bit. I think this is a high value. Final thoughts here. You just really won't find a 12-year-old whiskey this good, period. And while it is a little more expensive, as most Springbanks are, than the average 12-year-old, you're just getting so much more, as I mentioned earlier about the fact that it's cask strength. I mean, you're getting like almost an extra 20% of a bottle in this. The adding the water here, it really kind of only served to bring out some new stuff with each sip, and I think that just adds even more to the value of this whiskey. Their insistence on kind of quality over the flashy marketing and kind of focusing on doing things the old way is really on full display with this one. This is a can't miss whiskey, in my opinion. One of the better whiskeys I've ever had. Okay. So I think if you're new to single malts, maybe start with the Springbank 10 just to get a feel for their stuff. But this one is a must buy to have on your shelf at some point in time. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5, which is a buy it right now. Springbank 12-year-old cask strength. This one belongs on everybody's shelf for anyone who appreciates single malt Scotch. All right, y'all. So that is my review of Springbank 12 cask strength batch 15. Thank you all for swinging by. Be sure to hit subscribe if you've yet to. I'll catch you next time here in Rabbit and Red Whiskey Reviews. Slancha.